Hi everyone, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a couple of different baskets, Easter baskets, and our supplies are all from the Dollar Tree, except some dowels. I had some, but I just bought some just in case. But everything that I did buy, you will find at the dollar store or possibly for the big popsicle manga things. Sticks, those I got at Walmart, but everything else I got at the $1.25 store. I was thinking, is it going to be like $1.25, 1.25? So my name, it's just $1.25. Just that's what I'm going to call it, $1.25. So let's get started. I did make this one already, and I think I've shown it to you, but not how to do it. And I did paint faces at the end, and then I didn't like the way they look, so what do? We paint on top of it. So then I took my two ends and I made these. This is from Stampin' Up. It's some old paper. I think it's called Every Flower or something, but I just love this paper. So I thought, well, that'd be pretty. Then you could put a little napkin or something in there, a little tissue, and put some candies in it or something. I finally, not at my Dollar Tree, but I finally did go to a Dollar Tree and get these carrots, which need extreme amount of help. But I'm sure once I unentangle it, not unentangle it. It's supposed to be a garland, but there's a lot that needs to be done before that can be a garland. But I bought this like 2 towns over. I was able to get that. And then my next big idea was to use the dowels, which would have been great had I made the holes evenly on both ends, because as it looks now, it's very discombobulated. Nothing matches up, and so I have a new idea on how to make them look a little more presentable. And then when I was at the Dollar Tree or the $1.25 store, I got these eggs, and I thought that these would also make a really cute basket. But we're not going to do these today. And I tried to do a lot beforehand so that, because you know how I don't know how to edit, I thought, well, if I do things in stages, that possibly we could get through it without a huge problem. But otherwise, even if I screw up, which we all know that's probably going to happen, I will still keep going. We're just going to work with it. Because, first of all, I don't know how to edit. Second of all, I mean, we all got to see what we do wrong and figure out how to fix it. So you probably don't make the huge mistakes I make, but anyway. And I have a really cute idea. Another thing I've never seen at my Dollar Tree, but are these little foam rollers. And we are going to use those. Okay, so I am going to put this down and these down. And I think what we're going to work on first, because it's something that I haven't shown you yet, we are going to use these little guys. Ow, I just burned myself on my glue gun. That wasn't nice, glue gun. Okay, so we're going to use this one, which is adorable. But we're going to take off the carrots, and I'm sure we'll find something to do with those. So after we do that, we're going to then take off the cord or the twine or the jute. Does anybody know what the difference between twine and jute is? Because I just don't, and I would really like to know. So anyway, we're pulling it all off. Now, I was going to pull off the paper, but it was so stuck down, it just seems stupid to tear it off when it's not going to come out, all off, and then I'll be sanding, and yeah, so we're not doing that. I also just did a little light coat with what did I use? Folk Art White Adirondack is what it's called. And that, oh, also, I was going to, okay, this thing keeps burning me. I'm going to turn it off. It heats up quick. I was going to sell my Glowforge, and I didn't exactly check with my daughter because we did start this Driscoll Dean Designs. But she was pregnant, and she's been sick, and she hasn't really been over to do anything. And then I'm thinking, and then she's going to have the baby, plus she'll be working, and, you know, is this really good time to start this new venture? But she was upset, so I didn't sell it. So, needless to say, I was, this whole past week, because I was selling it last weekend, they were coming, really, really nice people. When I backed out, they was so, I was expecting, you know, a little bit nasty, and no, they were just thankful that I let them know before they had started the drive up from Florida to Massachusetts to pick it up. And they appreciated me and I said, oh, now I feel worse. At least if I got yelled at I would have felt like I deserved it. But then they were just super nice. Anyway, when I thought we were selling everything, I started cutting out hearts and alphabets and different fonts, and now it's all done if I need it, but yeah, quite a few things I did. All right, so once we get this, I'm going to put you down, but the first thing that you do, that you like always should do, is to fill in your holes. Now, I've done it a couple of ways. I've done it with the spackle. I've done it, my husband bought something, what's it called? Of course, I can't think of the name of it, but it's, oh, let's see. I also bought these new little keys because, you know, with the E6000, I think that there's a ton left in those tubes. It's just not the best way to put this stuff is in a tube. But anyway, it is wood filler, which I then found out pretty much is sawdust and glue put together. But I do like this better than the spackle. The spackle I just find makes a mess. It always seems too dry. So anyway, I used the wood filler. Okay, then the next thing I did was cut out a bunch of these. I could probably put you down. You don't need to. Oh, I always do that. Okay, so I bought these. These are the really big ones that you get at Walmart. And they look like this. And they're in the same aisle, well, at my Walmart. They never have anything. The same with our $1 or $1.25 store. They never have anything when I need to go buy it. So I said, whatever. And then the other day I made a whole video on the different tower tumbler blocks, where you get them, how much and I don't know, it never turned I hit record, but not apparently the best way to do it. Anyway, so this, when you get these bunny heads, sorry, they are thick. So it really is easy to drill the holes in and use these little dowels. And it can really look cute. But on this one, you know, their stuff is so thin. Then I thought, oh, what if I double it? But they're warped and it's just not worth it. So we are going to do the same method as we did for this one. And you can, this one, if you look, I glued it flat, the end of the popsicle stick flat. Now, you can have it come on the outside instead of the inside. You can do it that way, and I just didn't think of that till now. But I don't think that's going to work with our bunny today because it's just too thin and there's corners and whatnot. So we are going to use the fattest ones. And then I like to start right here in the center, flat. So we're going to do that. And you also can sand the bottom here so that it's flatter and it's going to sit flatter on your table. We're going to do it this way, and we'll see how that works out, and maybe we'll have to change it. So we are just going to start. And I just wonder, because this is a whole different topic. I do that a lot. I change the topic in my head, and then I start talking like everyone was in on it, and they weren't. See, now my whole thought process is gone. But I'm sure it was important, whatever I was going to say to you. And anyway, we're just gonna, the other problem is cutting these things. Like, I don't know if you can see how incredibly warped this is right here. So I'm gonna hold that to the side, and maybe I won't need it. So for right now, I'm just gonna say we don't need it. So we're just gonna keep going around and sticking our little popsicle sticks. And I use a couple of different ways to cut. I use my mitering shears, and I just changed the blade on this, and well, my husband did. I started it and lost a piece or something, but I think he put the old blade back on because it doesn't cut at all well. It's a mess. So and the other way to do it, I don't know if you've ever seen on Facebook, but they have this company, it's called Guggenheim. Guggenheim, oh, look, now my video's gonna die. I'm gonna make a mad dash and see if I can get a cord. But I'm still with you. So don't leave, because I am still with you. Can you hear me? I'm still here. Can you hear me? Still here. Okay, I've got it. I got it. I'm back. Don't worry, here I am. Oh, you know what? It didn't even dawn on me that I don't have an adapter. You know, you think that you're so well prepared, and then look what happens. I am not well prepared. So I'm going to make another mad dash for the other room, because I believe there is an adapter. But don't go anywhere, because I'm right here still. I'm still here. Guys, can you hear me? I'm still here. Here I am, coming right back. I'm on my way. Here I am. Did you die yet? Oh no, we're still good. I found two just in case. Excuse me, stop. Bailey, do you want to go in timeout? I didn't think so. All right. Let's see. This one probably isn't going to work, but we're going to go for it. And of course, the plug is this way. So it's going to go right across. Did that work? I don't think so. Let me try this one. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. It's a good thing that not many people watch my videos, because this would be embarrassing if anybody did. And that's not to say that I don't appreciate you guys so much, but I don't think this is charging. But we're going to go as far as we can, and if it dies out, I don't know, we'll have to start all over, which I'm getting very good at, the whole start all over thing. All right, so we're going to come around, and I'm keeping probably like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch distance from the end of the bunny head. And that was a lot of glue, but it's because it's crooked. Look how crooked this popsicle stick is. Who cut these? All right, so we're going to have to recut that, because I'm going to do it this way. No, that wouldn't be good, because then it would be crooked at the other end. Okay, here we go. So one of the other ways that I've done it, I'm going to pull all this glue off, is I bought myself one of those electric little miter things. It looks like this. And you just stick your things in here, you pull it down, and it trims it. But I don't know, of course, whatever I do is wrong, and it never cuts them the same. You know, this one's longer than that. It's got to be just me, because I'm just never with it. But a lot of glue to clean up on this one. A lot of glue. That's a mess. Ooh. Hang on. Oh, now he's a lot shorter than his friends. We're going to have to cut everybody soon. Maybe that's a good sign. We'll pull that guy off at the end and find a better way. Because the other ones are working out fine. Except I think this was the one that was crooked. It's really hard. You know, popsicle sticks are really not meant, or I don't know if this would be like a big, huge tongue depressor. But they're definitely not made specifically for crafting. So, you know, you got to take the warps with the straight stuff. Aren't you glad I painted some of this ahead of time? Some of you are probably going to get a snack. But, you know, there's only a few of you. So if you're going to get a snack, you're dropping my amount of people watching. So try not to do that. Okay. So let's talk about something. I don't know what. Something. My daughter's baby, I think I told you I'm going to be a grandma. But technically a nanny. But anyway. So we're planning her baby shower. So I told her she was not allowed to go on my YouTube. Or if she was coming to my house, she had to come and she had to call first. So my son's birthday was the other day. My baby is 26. I just can't believe it. But needless to say, he's 26. So we had cake and, well, he doesn't like cake. So we had ice cream cake. And she came and I had to put a barrier up, which everyone thought was for the dogs, but it was for my daughter. So she couldn't go into the living room because it's full with boxes and bags and all kinds of things. So the theme for her baby shower started in the beginning. It was going to be, what was the first one? I think it was, dinosaurs was the first. And then after that, it was safari animals, which when I heard the dinosaurs, I wasn't thrilled to death about it, but I was thinking like real live looking dinosaurs, not really cute ones. So my son-in-law, that's what he wanted, was the dinosaurs. So I had safari, all bought all kinds of stuff, mostly from Dollar Tree. They have a lot there. Things that you never saw before until you're looking for them, and then you're like, huh, look at that. So this is my other way of cutting with my good scissors, which you shouldn't, but I'll go back to the scissor conversation. But so then I talked to him and I said, you know, Evan, what would be your idea of what would you like the theme to be for the shower? Because he'll be there. Because, you know, they can't even go in for ultrasounds or anything with this COVID business. So he told me he wanted golf. And I said, golf? Huh, all right. Now, my daughter, she's, shall I say, not a flower person, flower wall. She is, yeah, she likes a little bit of control. So I don't know what she's going to say, but we now have golf as being our, how did I end up? Doesn't look very even. So he wants golf. I just ripped this all off, sorry. So then I was able to find safari animals golfing. It's like, well, there you go. But no, it really is golf, and I'm not sure how she's going to love that. But, you know, it's his too, so we're just going to go with it. So I've been, you know, we have in my area, I'm sure everybody has one, but there's a group, it's called Free and whatever, and I kind of mentioned, you know, what I was doing, and did anybody have anything golf, and these ladies have been so nice and so generous, and they've all just given me stuff and offered to help me in any way, and I just don't even know these people, and there they are being so wonderful. So yeah, so we're doing golf now. And first I purchased a bunch of those little kitty plastic golf sets, and I mean, they're cute. Then I cut out some wood golf clubs, and those came out cute. And then I decided to do why can't I think? Then I decided to do, a candy table. And I think that's more for me, but so we went out looking for only blue candy and found out that there's this penny candy store I never knew about. And nothing is a penny, just to start off on that. But it does have all of those candies that we used to eat when we were little. So I thought that was fun. So we're doing that. And yeah, so, then the shower was supposed to be in June. Then it got switched to May. And now it's April. It's like, oh my God, it's April. That's practically tomorrow. So, yep, so that's what we're doing. This does work out better if you're not talking, especially with your hands, which I do have a habit of doing. All right, I'll stick this in here. And you do have to be careful because if you get a lot of glue all over your project, it's hard to paint over it, so you have to try and sand it and all kinds of fun things. But I do love this, so probably should have done one just to show you so that when you were like, what exactly is it that you're trying to do, you'd be able to see what I was actually trying to do. Okay, so let me hold that. And, when you see what I found to do, to do the handle with, you're going to be impressed. Because I don't know how it ever came about that would work out in the middle of the $1.25 store. But it did. Okay. I wonder if you should do one popsicle stick, glue it on the top, then glue it on the bottom at the same time. Or if it's easier what I'm doing. And I'm not exactly sure, but I did find out just now that one of my sticks does not reach, it doesn't reach the other bunny's head. I'll show you in a second. So, let's see, what else can I ask you? If anybody has any golf shower ideas, please hit me up down there in the comments. I would just love anyone's ideas because, and really, to be honest, there is a lot of golf stuff out there, like kid stuff, like newborn baby. So a few of them are just so cute. Like one of them is like a green onesie, and on it, you know, written with your Cricut, it just says like, oh, this is my first green jacket. Oh, and the other reason my son-in-law felt that it should be golf themed is because it's at the country club where he's a member, and it's the weekend of the Masters, so he felt it was just meant to be. And I said, well, I guess that sounds right, I guess. So I'll let you know how my daughter takes to this idea. I do have faith that she'll love it, but we'll see. Definitely we shall see. All right. Yeah, I definitely have a couple of sticks here that are in no way gonna reach to be put on this. And I think I'm missing one. Oh, Lord. So I'll just stick the rest of these down. We'll find out why we're missing one and what I'm going to do with the ones that don't fit. I mean, and I measure each one. I even made this, which is an acetate sheet that I cut to the size of the bunny's face, and I marked off where the sticks would go. But the problem is that the sticks are not being my friend, and they literally do not fit. They just not even close. So we're going to have to chop a few out. But other than that, I think things are going great. Not that you guys can see, but they are going great. Okay. So we have gone all the way around, and I gotta get my little, don't know if you can see, but like this one clearly does not make it to the end at all. And that might be the worst one, because there was another one, but I loaded it up with glue, so it stayed. But I think we're going to have to add a new stick. Oh yeah, this one fits much better. So now I'm going to rip the white paint right off of there. But it's all right, because I can just spray paint it. And I think that will work out fine. Just spray paint it white afterwards. All right, let's see. So, oh, I started to tell you about the scissors. On Facebook, you know how little ads pop up and stuff? You can get these scissors. They're called Guggenheim Scissors. They are the most incredible scissors I have ever seen in my life. They cut things without even having to open and close them. It's like a miracle, really. Because I don't know about you, but I try and keep my family away from my good scissors. But I really don't have to do that with these scissors because they seem to just, I don't know, like sharpen themselves. But they're really great. So I highly recommend them if you see that ad pop up. And I definitely think it's great to have those. And if you like cut up some tin foil, that's amazing too. It just sharpens them right up. So just, you know, an option for you if your family steals your scissors. You can definitely get them back and sharpen those. Oh, forgot this end. Okay. So we have our basket made. Isn't it cute? I hope that thing, oh, this is way crooked. What is happening here? You need to go up. Okay, keep your fingers crossed that this doesn't break. Oh, it didn't break. I'm just going to move it up a little because it was wonky. All right, so we'll throw some glue there. If you can, if you need glue and your things are not close enough or whatever, put the glue on the inside because then you're not going to have big wads of glue on the outside that you can't hide. But needless to say, look at that. Okay, so this guy's really crooked too. I'll fix it when you guys aren't. When you're not visiting, I will definitely fix it. Okay, just burning myself. All right, so at this point, I would say let's spray paint it. But because I wasn't efficient enough to have one ready to go, we're just going to paint the faces like we have the rest all painted. Now, there's one way that I always do my faces, especially for bunnies, is I will take like a good size heart and you put it upside down, and that's going to make the little jowl things of the face. And then you get like another little one, and that one, can you see? That one goes upside down for like his nose. And it just always looks cute. Except I wonder if I have a bigger heart. No, not like the Grinch, but like just a bigger heart. I guess not. But I'll show you another couple of things that the hearts are very useful for. All right, so we're just going to glue guy. And I'm going to keep with the glue gun just because I'm going to have to fix all the other issues. So I'll use my E6000 or one of those other glues. All right, so we get one going this way. Well, it's a little crooked, but we're going to leave it. He's just going to be crooked to the other side. Okay, and then this heart, you're going to turn it right side up. And you want to cover the little peak at the top. I don't know, can you guys see that? So we're going to do that. And then with a black pen brush or any other kind of thing, and I'm going to be painting this anyway, so you're going to bring down a little bit, and then we're just going to make his little mouth. So we're just going to go a little half of a circle, and then we would go and do our little whiskers. And then for the eyes, I don't know if you saw my other bunny thing, which is missing at the moment. I did those closed eyes with the lashes, but on here I think I'm going to try the circles. So anyway, I'm going to go, and I can kind of see through where they are to see where they should go. And definitely, these are too small, but so basically we're just going to color in with our paint as soon as I just do this. Ah! Did you guys see that? My marker just attacked me for no reason. Not very nice. Okay, so let me grab my black paint. Okay, this could be dangerous. Okay. Oh, so I know what we can talk about. Oh, come on. I had a couple of ads for a Cricut Joys that I got at a really good price at Christmas. But then my husband and I got COVID, so we didn't get to go anywhere for Christmas. So by the time I saw my nieces, which was who they were for, they had bought other things or they had already bought them. Needless to say, sorry, I'm just looking for my, oh, here it is. So I ended up, I think I had 4 or 5 left. So I got a message from this guy, his name was Roger, and he told me how his wife was on sick leave with the service, and he wanted her to have everything she could need cricket-wise so that she could just work and forget about being home and forget about everything. So he wanted to spend $1,000, which, you know, red flags went up. But then I thought, well, you know, maybe it's just the fact that he loves his wife and she served our country. So then I felt like, oh, she served our country? Absolutely. So, of course, I didn't have enough stuff for $1,000 worth of cricket. So I ordered more. Now, he gave me his home phone number. I had his email, had it all. And he answered me every single thing that I texted or messaged him about. Gave me no indication that he would be, I'm not going to say the name of something I think he is, but it came to when he was supposed to be picking it up, and he told me he was working overtime and to pay for this. And I said, well, you know, tell your wife thank you for her service, and I'm going to add a few things for free, and life was good. And then I never heard from him. And I'm like, well, he said he was, you know, doing this overtime, so maybe that's where he is and he's busy. So then I left him a message and I didn't hear back. Called again, and now I was blocked. So needless to say, now I had $1,000 worth of cricket supply, well, like, you know, vinyl, and I forget what else I got. A little makeup bag that she could, you know, use her cricket to put names on it or whatever she wanted. And then that's the last time I heard from him. So, should you need any type of cricket vinyl, because I have a huge array of different vinyl, let me know. I'll give you a good deal, because in this lifetime, I can never use enough to use up what I have. So, I mean, and like, is that my fault for being, you know, just too trusting? Or like, everyone said, oh, $1,000, you should have realized. And I said, I guess, but when you hear the story with it, I don't know. His eyes just keep getting bigger because I can't get him round. Well, I still have to paint it, so I'm not going to go crazy. All right, so we'll do that. And I would do the whiskers clearly, but we're not gonna. So then we need a handle, which I was very perplexed as to what I was going to use. And then I was at the Not My $1.25 store, and I was with a friend, and I found these curlers. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Little curlers. So then I find out that if you pull it open, I don't know if you can see that, there's like a little hook, and this little tab comes off, and then you are able to hook two together as like long as you want. Sorry. And that they're like mini pool, what do you call these? Mini pool, it'll come to me, don't worry. So that now will fit across. Noodles, pool noodles, I knew it would come. But they just hook right in the middle, so you can go, you know, as many as you want. And they fit really cute right here. So, while we put this to rest, I did do one already. Not that I know where it is. Oh, don't you hate that? What does it only happen to me? It's probably that one. But what I did was, before I lost my mind, oh, this is frustrating. I started with the, whatever you want to call this, jute jar. So what I did, if you find these, is I pull the noodle back, or the curler back, so that the first part of the jute twine goes on the inside of that plastic thing, and it kind of just wraps around. And then you can just add a little bit of glue in the beginning just to get it started. And if the tip hits this, it melts within 3 seconds. So you definitely want to be careful as to how close you get to it with the glue tip or the glue gun tip. So then I just kept going around and around and around. And you just make sure you pull up as you go. But if you take your time, you don't even have to do that. But I was trying to show you. So that's why. But you know, it'll be a mess for me anyway. So you just keep going around. And I would show you what one already done looks like, but don't know where it is. So we'll just keep going around. I really did have a finished one. One day I am going to be so prepared for a video that I'm not going to know what hit me. Oh, look, here it is. Okay, so anyway, you wrap it around the whole way. Check for if you see any green, because these also come the same length but in pink, and they come short and stubby in blue. And they might be all different colors at different stores, but it's really just a brilliant thing I thought of in my own brain for a minute. Once in a while, it does happen. And I just was like, oh, did I think of that? So we are just going to keep going. So if you guys could let me know, like I noticed that a bunch of crafters are like showing videos from like last year, which is fine because I didn't see a lot of them. But then they do 30 in one video, and you know I can't even edit one. I'm never going to be able to get more than one on one edit. So I apologize that I'm ill-equipped to do that many in one day, but I like watching the whole procedure, not like somebody, of course I still watch them and they're all wonderful, but it's just that you just watch a bunch of them. And I like watching step by step how it goes and what you do if you do come into a situation, because everybody's going to. So it's kind of nice to see, you know, how do you fix it? What if that happened to me? Then what would I do? So I enjoy watching a full video with the full procedure of what it is that you're doing. Sorry, I just noticed a lot of bunching here. So let me know about that, because I guess, I don't know, could you hire somebody to do that? I really just need it. See, and I'm like a visual learner, and I think a lot of crafters are. So should someone just show me, I definitely would be able to do that. But I don't know if I would do it, just because I like to show you the way that I like to learn. So if the two of you watching this could let me know, Cheryl and Sue, it would just help me out anyway. And because I do have a website, but it's technically not up and running. It's called scrapbyscrap.com. And it's not up because the person who made it for me started it because of, and it's from Stampin' Up. All right, so when you get to where these two, I hooked them together, you want to pull the foam apart. And this looks like it would burn me so easily. So pull it apart and then just hold them together for a minute. And they are going to melt, like totally melt. But they'll also stick together, which is what we want. And then jute twine rope, whatever this is going to cover it. So you're not going to see it, and you're really not even going to be able to feel it just because the jute twine rope is going to cover it. So I can't do that backwards. So let's talk about the shower. So yes, it's in April, and we are looking for games actually to do. So I bought at the dollar, $1.25, and they had all these little toy golf kits, you know, the bag with the balls and the clubs. And I think they each have like a little flag. So I didn't know what I was going to do with them. They were golf, so I bought it. And then I was thinking, you know, what if we made it like everybody got 3 tries, and whoever got closest to the hole would win a prize. And I don't know. If you have a thought on that, please let me know on that. This is all tangled here. Yeah, I would love to know what you think about that. You know, and then with the candy table, I started only buying white and blue candy because I do want to emphasize that it is for a baby. And yes, it's a boy, but a girl could also have a golfing themed shower. But I just don't know what else to do. Like I'll make I'm making a big balloon arch. So that's happening. And I think I don't have much else. Like I think we're going to do a bingo, and I'm not sure. My daughter is not the touch me kind of girl, so I don't think she's going to want people measuring her belly and that not. So I don't know about that. And she hasn't let anybody know the name. So it would be nice to have the name just so that we could personalize everything. But she doesn't want anyone to know. And I totally get her reasoning, because I do recall it happening to me when I told people my daughter's name is Amanda. They were saying, "Oh, Amanda," which that's not what you want to hear when you have a baby. You just don't want Amanda. I mean, nobody complains about it now, but it's really just, I don't know. I didn't think it was very nice. And it does hurt your feelings. And then you do second guess it. You know, you're like, oh my God, Amanda. Then you find you keep saying it, and you're like, oh, I think it does sound funny. But of course I'm going to undo that. Of course it doesn't sound funny, and it is a beautiful name. It's just weird, you know? So I don't know. And I'm not that old, but back when in the 1990s, you didn't really get an ultrasound for any reason unless something was wrong. So I really don't, I do not have an ultrasound of her, but I have like 20 for my son because there were issues and problems. And then my next son, they were, because of all the problems with my middle child, and I'm a middle child, so in no way am I, being mean to middle children around the world. But with him, I think we had 1 a week for the entire pregnancy. So I just, so I don't know. What do you guys think about the name? Tell it or don't tell it. Or don't tell it if you don't want anybody to know, because then you're risking all kinds of problems. Like, telling somebody you're not. It's just too stressful. So, let's see. And when I was pregnant for the first time, I went to the doctors because I thought I had a UTI. And I get there and they say, well, they were going to test it. And they said, is there a chance that you're pregnant? And I thought, well, I guess, maybe. And turns out I was. So I left there saying, well, I'm not going to tell anyone until I tell Paul, my husband. And then I went to my mother's because I was already out of work. And I walked in and I said, I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh, shoot, I wasn't going to do that. So then I talked to my husband on the phone and I said, well, I'm not going to tell him on the phone. And he called and it rang and I said, I'm pregnant. So clearly I do not believe in the hiding of these things. All right, so we're at the other end. And again, we're going to go right on that white tab. We're going to put a little dot of glue to help hold it. And then wrap it around. And you might want to do 2 laps around, but I don't want to make you watch me do that. So on either end of these curlers, there's a white plastic tab. So that kind of helps you to glue it to something. So after much consideration, I was going to do it on the inside, but I decided to do it right here between the 2 ears. And also, like I said, I don't want to glue it on because clearly I need to spray paint. But literally, where's the little black dots? Okay, so literally, this is what it's going to look like with a bow. And I guess we could make a bow while we're sitting here doing nothing. Or you guys are doing nothing. I'm very busy. So I bought this ribbon on Amazon, and I thought it was $5. So I thought, oh, well, you get a lot. And then when it came, it was $5, but you get 2 rolls of each color. I don't think I take the time to read things, get all the information out. Okay, now I haven't made one of these in a while. Oops, turn you off. And it's called a finger bow. So, sorry, this is my phone being plugged in. So what you're going to do is you lay it across your fingers, hold it with your thumb, and however big you want your bow, you move your fingers. So you come across on the top of your pointer finger, in the back around your middle finger, back around the top, back around the middle, and then you cut, and you bring it down. I don't know if I remember if you put this piece in or not, but I can link you up to people that are very good at showing you and not just making a mess. Okay, so we do that. Then you take it and you go under the middle and through. And this one is a double. Oh, sorry. This is a double little bow that I didn't tighten at all. So it depends on how many times you go around your fingers and how wide they are and all that kind of stuff. But this is a tragic fail. I don't know why the 2 of you that watch this watch me, because clearly, and I would love to use an excuse like, oh, it's the wedding, I've got so much to do, but it probably would have been the same. Not the wedding, see, it's a baby shower. All right, let's try again. 1, 2, 2, over, under, and through. See, it's like a rhyme. Now it probably will come out right because it's a rhyme. If it didn't rhyme, it wouldn't happen. But come on, let's go through. I know you guys, no way you can even see what I'm doing because I can barely. And then you pull it tight. And then you have yourself a double bow. See? So then what I would do with this, if I was prepared, I would just kind of, you know, not in its eyeballs, but just to the side, because this one is going to be a little girl, just because I say so. And then this guy is going to go here. So in the end, it would look something like this with this on the inside like that. What do you think? All right. Well, sorry about the mess of a display here in the lesson, but I really am trying to be more with it. And like I do have a lot going on with the shower, but if any of you have any golf shower theme ideas with games or such, let me know. Because, my house is a disaster waiting. I don't know what I'm going to use for an excuse once the shower's over as to why my house is a disaster. But, yeah. And then favors, I don't know. Like I decorate cakes so I could make a bunch of golf cake pops, but I just can't add one more thing. So I did call a woman who does it out of her home, and she hasn't called me back yet. So I'm not sure about if she's going to let me know or get back to me. My other, before I let you go, and I know it's here on the floor, because that's where I left it. I did take one of these and I cut it down the middle up here. So I basically took the ends of the track off. And then when I cut the middle out, I should have sanded it so that this wouldn't go off. But it does make a perfect little holder on like this size basket. So this really does work, and it's cute. And it also looks cute with this one. It's not together yet, but, it looks cute here also, except the orange. But, so, thank you so much for stopping by, and I apologize for my huge, huge mess. And I also did a video on carrots. Did I already say that? And I was making my carrots out of this edging that you get at the $1.25 store. So if anyone's interested in seeing that, I will definitely do a demonstration, because it takes like $1.25 worth of time to do it. So I hope everyone has a great week, and hopefully I'll pop by and I will show you my baskets that are all going to be finished, because I really feel they will. I do. I really feel that way. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Have a great day.